Idaho Drinkerinos, we are doing a live on tape. Well, actually, it's on digital hard drive.
I mean, I'm live.
On iCloud, maybe?
I don't actually know what the cloud is.
Anyway, that's right. We're from Sockeye Brewing with brewer Bryan Garcia-Brown. We're just going to do the whole show here from Sockeye.
Yeah,
Why not?
It's a Sockeye night and it's a Sockeye world, and we're just we're happy to have you guys here with us.
Sockeye girls.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get to know Bryan. We're gonna get to know his beers, and we're gonna do a special Friday Night Pints exclusively with Sockeye beers. Not gonna go to any other breweries nearby. I don't think there are any. And we're gonna go into some local beer news with Bryan. We're gonna talk to Bryan. We're gonna get to know him. How does that all sound?
It's a real Bryan night, which is, if I have to call it something, my favorite kind of night.
It's the Idaho Booze Podcast with me, Steve Kuntz, and special guest co-host
Bryan Garcia-Brown.
Up next, it's time for the Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week. Bryan, you love a good Negroni, is this correct?
I love a Negroni. I'm a bitter guy.
You are
in the soul, but I'm sweet in the heart.
You actually kind of look like the bitter beer face guy from those old commercials.
It's true. Steve remembers a young, smooth-faced Bryan Garcia-Brown, and not the one step away from decrepitude.
I don't like the word haggard.
Hagrid really felt like an on the nose.
I just don't like the word.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's decrepit.
I don't think
filthy.
Yeah, filthy's good.
Filthy's nice. Yeah,
filthy's good. You are a brewer, so I mean that's kind of par for the course.
I am covered in various substances today.
Well, brewing has changed since I was in the game. So Bryan's going to be here to help us out with the holiday version of the Warren Reserve Cocktail of the Week. This is called the Negroni Dolce, which literally translates to sweet Negroni.
Sweet Negroni.
So
it's my favorite. Shit, was it Neil Diamond that sang "Sweet Caroline"?
No, he sang Sweet Negroni.
Sweet Negroni.
Yeah.
I knew I had it wrong.
Sweet Negroni.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. So for this one, you're going to need gin, London dry gin. I like Hendrick's.
Love a Hendrick's. I'm a Barnay guy at heart.
Oh, Barnay's great.
Local. Barnay guy.
Keep it local.
Yeah, dude, we love them.
All right. That's not really. Is it a dry gin?
I think it's semi-dry. It
that
definitely
one to
has.
Me feels more.
It's got a little citrus going to it. It's got some floral going to it.
Great gin.
It's a spectacular gin, and those guys are spectacular dudes.
They are. And well, I think the head distiller, she's not a dude. She is very much a lady.
Josh Malone, the head.
Is he the head distiller?
Yeah, and him and Ashley.
I thought Ashley's the head distiller.
I think
it's Ashley.
It could be Ashley. We also love Ashley. One of the best artists.
I love Ashley.
One of the best artists in town. If you've never seen her chalkboard art, you haven't been in a restaurant place.
Well, also one of the best distillers in town, and she makes some really sweet gin.
Damn right.
So we're gonna go Hendrick's in this one. Otherwise, sorry, Ashley and Josh and Craig and everyone over there. Sweet vermouth, Campari, Warren Reserve Baja Cacao bitters, Warren Reserve burnt sugar syrup, my favorite thing in the world, and we're gonna do some slices of fruit cake if you have it. And then an orange wheel for garnish. So here's how we're going to make the drink. You ready?
I was born ready.
We're going to stir this Negroni. We're not going to shake it. We're going to stir it. So you're going to need a stir glass. Do you know the difference between a stirred drink and a shaken drink?
Well, yeah. There are certain cocktails that you want to or don't want to bruise your botanicals. So if you're shaking a cocktail, you're going to want to bruise and break out some of the essential oils, which is why that was that James Bond was full of shit. You should stir a martini because. So
I'm of two minds because sometimes I like a martini that is sort of lighter, easier to drink, and sometimes I like a martini that is a little bit more booze forward.
Yeah.
And when you stir it, you're going to get more of that booze.
Really?
Yeah, that's what comes out. So the other day, our mutual friend John made me a martini over at the tavern.
Oh, yeah.
In Eagle Island.
Yeah.
And he shook it. It was quite nice.
Quite nice. How dirty was your martini?
I mean,
because I'm an olive guy. I'm a Bryan guy.
I would say it was like Penelope and Cruz in the Vanilla Sky movie.
Vanilla Sky. Oh, what a
The first
drop.
one, the one from the
the kind of sweet one. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So it was pretty dirty.
Pretty dirty.
But not like filthy. It wasn't like Torres in 2015.
It left your olives intact.
Yeah, olives were intact. Yeah. So we're gonna take this thing. We're gonna stir it. We're gonna add some ice to our. So a lot of people like a big shaker, or like a stir glass.
Yeah.
I'm fine if you use a shaker.
Yeah.
Just use your shaker.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's just a big glass.
Yeah. Add some ice. Then we're going to do 3 dashes of Warren Reserve Baja Cacao bitters. And we're going to do a half an ounce of Warren Reserve burnt sugar syrup. So this is going to be really nice. It's going to add a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of that caramel. And the cacao bitters are really nice. Have you ever had those ones?
I've not had the cacao. I burned through a bottle of the orange bitters.
Oh, they're so good.
So I mean, that's I'm generally Paul Thomas, a very good friend of ours in
Paul
the industry.
Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas, no, regular Paul Thomas. The brewing brain in Boise got me turned on to the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond bourbon. Yeah. Which is just an absolutely wonderful whiskey. But if you do that on a little bit of ice and then just a couple of shakes of that orange.
I feel like we're getting away from the Warren Reserve
We're
cocktail.
getting away. It's the Warren Reserve. Okay,
right now you're onto another cocktail.
Look,
we're talking Negronis.
I'm shaking that Warren Reserve
over there.
And I'm upset about not having tried the cacao.
Cacao. You're gonna get to try it.
I'm more concerned about the not having had the burnt sugar syrup. That sounds.
Dude.
Like something else.
If you're making old fashions at home,
it's the thing. It's the one.
You do that, and then the West 509. I've talked about it on the show 1,000 times. The West 509 bitters with the burnt sugar syrup and your favorite whiskey and a little bit of orange.
That's
done.
Hey, can we get back to the Negroni, Steve?
Thank
please.
you so much for putting me back on task. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna shake it. This is what our friend Ben would.
We're not gonna shake it. We're gonna stir it.
No, we're gonna stir it.
You're
right.
God damn.
Yeah, you're right. So this is This is what our friend Keith Nero or Ben would call a 1-to-1-to-1 drink. That means we're gonna make a big boy cocktail here for Brian. We're gonna do 1.5. We're not gonna do 1. We're gonna do 1.5. 1.5 ounces gin, 1.5 ounces sweet vermouth, 1.5 ounces Campari, all into the shaker tin. That's gonna be about 4.5 ounces of booze in the shaker tin.
God damn.
We're going to go ahead and stir that until it's nice and chilled. Then we're going to strain that into a glass. I don't know. What do you think? Neat? You want to go neat? I'm going giant cube.
I mean, it's chilled. I go neat.
I'm going to go giant cube because this is a big drink.
I hate having a big cube bounce off my teeth. Mm-hmm. Like,
First time he's ever said anything.
I'm a sipper.
Usually it's fine. So, okay, we're going to go with neat. Let's do it neat. Fine. So this is going to be a big boozy drink. Neat. You're going to add your orange wheel and enjoy it with a piece of fruit cake. And there you have it. It's the Negroni Dolce, our Warren Reserve cocktail.
Warren Reserve cocktail of the day.
Of the week.
Beautiful. Where would an adult get fruit cake in the year of our Lord 2025, Steve?
We'll be right back with, we're going to talk some news with Brian coming up right after this.
News time.
This show brought to you by Warren Reserve and WarrenReserve.com. It's here. Holiday season has arrived and Warren Reserve has an amazing deal for you. It's the Idaho Booze Holiday Bundle. Go to WarrenReserve.com and check out an array of authentic handmade bitters and cocktail syrups arranged in beautiful black boxes that make the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, postal workers, garbage pickup crews, weird uncles, crazy aunts, and anybody else you need to shop for this holiday season. What's that? You want more? How about 20% off these gorgeous holiday bundles using my promo code BLACK25? Idaho Booze holiday bundles available exclusively at WarrenReserve.com. Get 20% off with my promo code BLACK25 today and start crossing some names off that holiday gift list at WarrenReserve.com. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast here with Bryan Garcia-Brown from Sockeye Brewing. Brian, how are we doing?
It's a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. It's a good day.
Kind of little peek behind the curtain. We're recording on a Wednesday.
Sorry, it's Friday. I can't believe I said that it was
TGIF.
Wednesday. TGIF. Thank God I'm
Brian,
Frasier.
Before we get to the news, I just want to calibrate you really quick.
Yeah, go on.
So let's calibrate you.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit before we got on wax. And what were we talking about?
We were talking about, we had a couple of things. It was our former friends that have...
Former friends?
Or current friends that have that are a little internet poisoned. I think somebody one time said...
Okay, we're really quick. Run by me internet poisoned.
Internet poisoned. Okay, so somebody on Twitter one time said, if you spend too much time on Twitter...
X?
I'm never going to fucking do it. I'm never going to do it. On Twitter said,
almost there.
If you spend too much time on Twitter, you can only turn into one of two people. You either become a politics-obsessed scold, or you can only laugh at a guy screaming, "Hey, it's your boy Tarantula Dick," and that's
almost there.
Yeah, so
Almost.
it's at a point you become one of those people, right?
Okay.
Like you either become the most earnest and unpleasant person alive, or you become a person who decries clear explanations for things and spends all of their time wrapped in just a beautiful thin layer of irony that protects you from all the bad that's there.
All right, Brian's about 85% calibrated.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take it over the last 15%.
Yeah.
What was the band we were talking about? You were talking about right before we got on.
Shit.
Tarantula? No, it was
No, that's your boy, Tarantula Dick.
Right.
The band we were talking. Cannibal Corpse.
Of course.
Yes, we were talking about Cannibal Corpse. I went to a Cannibal Corpse concert this year. So,
Sure.
as Steve and anybody who spent a significant amount of time with me knows, I love to go to a show. And
Let's really quick.
Yeah.
Define significant. How much time would you say that I have spent with you?
Steve and I have known each other for 10 years. And for about 4 of those years, worked quite closely with one another.
Yeah, like 3.5.
Three and a half years. And then since then, I mean, we're in an industry that's always been a little.
There were some dark times.
There were some dark times, and some fun
COVID.
times. COVID, you know.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Hey, it changed everything,
Okay, so
right?
let's go back to the
the
concert.
9/11 of the millennial.
Sure.
Zoomer. Sorry, fuck the
9/11 was
Zoomer.
the
9/11 of the
in the
Zoomer,
West.
I guess. Yeah.
Let's circle back.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse.
So Cannibal Corpse, who
Awesome name, by the way.
awesome, spectacular. I mean, they've been around since the 80s. If you've ever seen the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective,
I've seen it.
yeah. So the scene when he goes to see his buddy, who's the whale specialist that tracks the guy that's buying the dolphin, and that's how he goes to the rich guy's house,
Totally.
right?
That
You know what I'm talking
scene.
about?
Everybody
That scene,
knows that
and he
scene.
jumps through a concert, and he's doing like old school, like jumping or like pogo dancing. It's a Cannibal Corpse concert,
Okay.
but that was early Cannibal Corpse. That was their first lead singer, Chris
Mason.
Barnes, who's now the lead singer for a band called 6 Feet Under.
Obviously.
That's not very
Went
good.
From Cannibal Corpse to
6 Feet Under, yeah, they're not very good. Well, Cannibal Corpse brought in their new lead singer, and his name is Corpse Grinder. And Corpse Grinder is a sweet
Is that
dude.
his Christian name?
George Fisher, I think was he was blessed, yeah. But he goes by Corpse Grinder, and he has the thickest neck you've ever seen, because he headbangs so goddamn hard, and that it's really hard to like you couldn't do it. You wouldn't have the viscosity here. So
I'm from Seattle. I can headbang as much as I want.
it's not the same.
All right, look, you're about 100%.
Okay, we're there.
I think
We're
we got you.
We're zoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you. We dialed them in.
Yeah.
And we had to dial them in
And-
because we're going to talk about news right now.
Well, and to get a little behind the scenes, we're also having us a little bit of a sip, so we made sure we got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People, I think, just as.
Yeah.
So
Got a
my
little loose
show
before we
is
got
weird
going.
in that it's really the only drinking obsessed show where I don't drink on the show all that often. So this time we are drinking a little bit. We have what is this that we're drinking? What is
It's a beer called Angel Light.
Angel AOL is whatever one calls
AOL,
it.
yeah. Because us
He's
old
about
pe-
calibrated.
We remember AOL.
He's about calorie. He's about calorie.
It is a
were 90.
Calvados Ambarana aged
The cinnamon in here is crazy.
barley
Talk
wine.
to me about the cinnamon.
No actual cinnamon. No actual
No,
cinnamon.
there is. There's tons of cinnamon. What is
It is aged in Ambarana, which is this weird, rare Brazilian hardwood that is a cousin to the
sounds hot.
cassia tree. That is, cassia is where we get fake cinnamon, because there's cinnamon and there's like cinnamon, right?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kasia is a pop star.
That's Kesha.
Oh.
She's married to your favorite quarterback.
Dan Marino.
Yeah, the world's corniest man. Yeah. No, Russell Westbrook. No, not Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson.
She's not
The other
married to
Russell.
Russell Wilson.
Ciara?
Russell Wilson's married to Ciara.
That's what you said.
I said Kesha.
Oh, Kesha. There's
She's
a
not
Kesha.
married to Russell
That's the
Wilson.
same person.
not the
You're not going to convince me those are two different
All right.
people.
So
I drop a Cannibal Corpse
so what
reference
is
and you
it-
act like I'm crazy.
What is it aged in?
And so it was Ambarana wood barrels that had previously had Calvados. The other half of the beer aged in coffee liqueur barrels. So a big old boozy sweet boy, tons of caramel. To me, I've described it as a lot. Are you a birria guy? You like birria tacos, right?
They're okay.
So I love a birria taco, but like birria is a lot of one thing. Like it's this one thing like over and over. It's like it's beef and chili stacked in the beef and chili sauce and then fried in the beef and chili sauce and cooked in the beef and chili sauce, and it's wonderful and it's gooey and it's spectacular, but it's a lot of one thing. And this is a lot of this it's got a very dominant characteristic that I love, but it does feel like it gets you right to the melon. Like it goes right to the dome.
So I want to talk. It does do that. The last thing you said was the most important thing.
Yeah.
And which is typically that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
So I want to talk more about it in Friday Night Pints.
Okay, we'll get there.
I will say this: it's really fucking good beer.
It's really good.
Really
Spectacular beer.
Really fucking good.
Yeah.
So Brian was worried about swearing. We all know that we can swear on the show. So Brian, we have some things going on in the news, and I want to know your views on them.
Okay.
And we're just going to talk about it.
Let's do it.
Okay. So first up, we have some new carpetbaggers that have come to town from Texas.
Yeah.
They bought the old Spring Creek Brewing
Can't believe those
location.
Yanks moved down here from Texas.
I don't know that they're Yanks.
Yeah. I thought that was just a word we used for people from other places. Is that not where
It's more of a northerner term, I think.
I don't-
If they came from Seattle, I think we could do
sounds
maybe
pretty
pull that off.
sounds pretty Amerocentric, but
Okay,
we'll
we're
keep going.
about 99.3%
Calibrated, we're getting there?
We're almost there.
Okay, so
So
Texans.
first of all, the Spring Creek Brewing location is in Avamore.
Yeah, R.I.P. Love those
So-
guys.
Oh yeah, no, awesome.
Yep.
He was on the show. Awesome job.
Yep.
Great dude. Love their beers.
Yeah,
And we had some employees in common.
yeah.
So now Avamore is up there. For those of you that aren't from Boise, Avamore is this weird place that's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there.
In the mountains.
So
Almost
you
in the
live in
mountains.
Hidden Springs, is that correct?
I do not. I live in Meridian. I live in suburban hell.
You can just you can
yeah.
just thereabouts.
Yeah.
So you're not in Hidden Springs?
I am not. No.
Oh, you know what? That was maybe Jack or maybe Jack's sister. I get all you brewers confused.
It's hard to keep
You
it
guys
straight.
all look the
It
same.
could have been. I
So
do not. Jack is way
Avamore-
handsomer than me, but so thank you.
No, you haven't seen him in a while. He's not way handsomer than you. He's
Thank
like
I'll take the
a
compliment.
little handsomer than you. And me, by the way.
I wouldn't say that.
Avamore is like an LDS Hidden Springs.
Yeah. So they're
It's all Mormon, and they're up there by themselves.
But are they doing
getting
like
it on,
the
yeah.
secret lives of? Are
Oh,
they?
yeah,
They're like
yeah,
soft swing. They're not getting it on.
I wouldn't say
They're
soft.
Adjacent to getting it on. They're getting it near.
Nah.
Getting it close.
So Spring Creek didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
But these Cowboys from the Lone Star State have come in
Yeehaw.
to reopen under a new name, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Any words of wisdom for them or thoughts about the story?
So embrace where you are. You know what I mean? It's an interesting spot because I really think you're going to see the valley's got to grow some direction, right? Like it's
Into the mountains,
Into
I
the
guess?
mountains.
like
unfortunately, in the last couple of years, everything is
Lord of the
moving
Rings.
toward Meridian and Cuna and toward Nampa and less toward the lakes.
Thank God. Keep them away.
Yeah.
Some of us like it nice and quiet.
Yeah, just all I need is my 2 acres and the 13
0.6
churches near me
0.68.
to make me feel good.
I mean, 0.68.
Yeah. That's
With the golf course, too.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I don't like talking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to have to point out that I'm near the golf
Have you
course.
not been to the house?
How are you? No, we've never been to the house.
I thought
So you're not that good at
invited you.
golf.
Did
so
I not invite you?
no, that's why we're at Sockeye right now. You don't want to send me your address.
I can really taste the Calvados in here as this warms up, by the way.
It's pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, it's nice.
So, I think we're starting to see in the industry is there's really going to end up being 2 types of breweries where for a long time there was a number of ways you could run your brewery, right? Well, now you're either going to be a local favorite, you're going to be a spot that is dedicated to your regulars and your locals. I think places like Loose Screw, who does a spectacular job, but they definitely have a market that's their people, and I think even places like Powder House has a great group of locals.
They still open?
Yeah, they're still open. They're still rocking, dude. Tyler's there making new beers, dude.
Love Tyler.
Yeah, great. Old Schmitty, dude. And
Shout out to Y Guy.
shout out to Y Guy. And so, those guys are doing quite well. And the other kind that is doing well is the regional distributing production style. We're
Wait a minute.
and we
Like
tend
here?
to be like us.
Are you guys doing well?
We have the luxury of, everybody's struggling.
I had
Everybody's
to put
struggling.
2 quarters into a thing to get the lights to turn on in this office.
I just put that there before he came in. I just needed money for the parking meter, but
Like change for that 100, if you don't mind.
yeah, I'll you take a post-dated check. Do you kids know what checks are? We make checks.
I won't, actually. No, I don't. I'll take
ladies and gentlemen.
Predated Venmo.
Yeah, we used to write on pieces of
Nobody
paper, and
used
that
to
meant
do that.
something back in the day. But yeah, so these and the larger production
At 100% there.
places are doing okay. You know, it's always a battle for shelf space. It's always a battle with distributors and with producers and with bar managers.
So we just had a group from Texas that came in here. And they weren't super cool. They left on a kind of a bad note.
Are gone now, and
but Western Collective still remains.
And I like a lot of the people that work there.
Me too. Yeah, no, everyone that works there, cool.
Yeah.
No, nothing against anyone that works there. It's only the people that left owing $800,000 to Idaho contractors and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Those are and I hear El Gacho, by the way, I have some insider knowledge. El Gacho set to open next month.
Next month.
And that's going to be awesome.
I hope that they make enough money at El Gacho that they are able to catch up with some of their
I can't believe they tore that bowling alley out. Where'd the bowling alley go?
You know,
can I get it?
It's not in my house.
You didn't get one?
I did not get one.
Oh, you should move.
No matter how many times I asked.
So El Gacho's going to open within the month or in a month or so. So that I know. I have it on good authority. What do you think these guys that are coming in from Texas, these very sweet people, I don't know what they're called, but they seem very nice. Yeah. What do you think they need to do to sort of ingrain themselves to that weird community up there at Avamore?
So
sorry, Avamore, but it is weird.
Avamore.
You guys are up there
never
all
been
by
there.
yourself.
I'm sure it's really nice.
You've never
it's pretty.
been there?
I've driven by it.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
They have a really nice gas station.
We did a beer fest out in the park out there one time.
Oh, fun!
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's in the mountains,
it's
which
gorgeous.
is cool. Which is cool as shit.
But it's weird that you all live up there. It's far.
But it's far, dude. I live in everything's.
Where's your grocery store?
Yeah, they have the one. They have like a Merc or something.
They have a gas station.
And they had a pizza place, but it was also the brewery. So. To me, it's just like, welcome to where you are. This is Idaho. It is not Texas. I think a lot of people move to Idaho from Texas and from California and from Washington and Oregon with some idea about what Idaho is. And that's Idaho.
What's that idea?
That idea is that it's kind of wingnutty. It's a little, and Idaho is not that. Idaho
not
is,
anymore.
It is a conservative place, but it is a fiercely independent place. I think more than anything. I mean, I love a crank. I love we're
gonna talk about
like a Bo Greitz type crank, like a guy who was like.
I'm thinking more Eamon Bundy.
But spent a little too much time in like Soldier of Fortune magazine, and then like
we are 100%
heard about a prophecy and had a strong opinion about a prophecy,
105%.
And that is like it's not that as much as it maybe used to be. I mean, Rexburg, we did have the whole thing in Rexburg a few years ago.
This might be the greatest podcast that's ever been recorded. Go ahead.
And those guys were not from Idaho. Like
once Clint gets here, this thing's gonna be out the chain.
It's not the buddies. What the hell was that guy's name? The Rexburg guy.
I don't know. Some Mormon.
There was a true crime thing over in Rexburg, and it was horrifying and terrible. And but like even the worst crime of the most recent era in Idaho was a guy that came over from Washington and attacked those people.
Shots fired.
Shots fired, dude. Yeah.
Sorry,
Idaho.
You're coming after me right now?
Yeah, Washington came our direction.
The guy,
and hurt innocent people.
To the guy up in Moscow that killed the college students. Kohlberger.
Piece of shit.
That guy is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And a psycho.
And I hope they put him in a hole.
He's going to go away for
But yeah, so I know we keep taking tangents, but Idaho is a fiercely independent place that really values loyalty and values community and embracing the people that are your people is the only way you get to be by. Is you got to love your regulars, you got to take care of your regulars.
Yeah,
those are the people that pay your bills.
Yep.
It's I'm sure as you're a sales guy, you're familiar with the Taco Bell sales lesson. So at one point, the one of the founders of Taco Bell ran a study that they figured out that the average Taco Bell customer over the course of their lifetime was worth like $8,000 to $10,000 in sales. Ooh. Just because it's just a thing that you do occasionally, even if you're not an all the time guy, right? That over the course of your lifetime, you are worth to them $8,000 to $10,000. So if you're going to throw a shit fit over a 75-cent burrito and lose an $8,000 customer, that's just bad business, right? Like that's, don't take shit from people.
I mean, even without knowing all that, that's kind of the way that all of us kind of operate.
Yeah.
Like this customer could be worth between this and
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Why would we
Yeah.
shit on them? That
Yeah.
reminds me of a great story, actually from our Edge days, which I was going to get to later, but we can talk about now. Yeah. We have more news stuff to get to, so we're going to get to that. But one time I actually got written up. Did you know this? I got written up while I was at Edge.
I do remember this.
So I got written up, even though I was responsible for, I don't know, 80% of this beer set and 90, 80 maybe. What do you think the pub was?
We were 60-40 pub to market at that point. Maybe 50-50.
This was like right when I was crushing it. This was before I got mad.
And you crushed.
Because I got mad because I got written up.
Yeah.
So I got written up by
he
our
wasn't
boss.
mad. Don't put in the newspaper that he got mad.
Oh no, I'm always mad. I'm like the Hulk, always mad. So anyway, I got written up because some charity wanted a keg.
Yeah.
And so I said, yeah, come get a keg.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a 6-barrel of pale ale, I think it was.
Onomata Pale Ale.
Onomata Pale Ale, which is a wonderful,
spectacular beer.
Wonderful
Great name.
Kerry Caldwell name. Kerry, not Caldwell, Caldwell.
It is Caldwell. Again.
Oh,
yes.
It is?
It is Caldwell again, yes.
Fine. Kerry Caldwell. So
you rock, Kerry.
Yeah, you do. Shout out. Shout out?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Kerry.
Love you, Kerry.
We miss you.
So anyway, I promised this group they could have a keg of beer for whatever charity event they were doing because they were a group that came into the pub regularly and they sent people into the pub. They were beer drinkers.
Yeah, they were cool people.
And so I think Marcus at this point was the owner of Edge, was like, maybe he was tired of me. I don't know what his deal was. So anyway, he wrote me up for it. Mm-hmm. It was a big deal. Then he hired a neo-Nazi to be our accountant. A lot of weird stuff happened. So
that's a step.
Yeah, but that happened.
It was a thing.
That's 100% true, isn't it?
Tough.
She's
tough sell.
100% true.
Tough person.
100% true.
Tough person.
Am I not telling the truth?
She was not my favorite person.
She's a neo-Nazi. Anyway, so he writes me up and I say, Marcus, you're being an idiot. You should not write me up for anything ever, first of all. Yep. Secondly, these people will come and buy beer over. And what had happened was I was out of town that weekend for Edge at something, and he had denied them the beer. He had been there on a Saturday for whatever reason, and had told them they could not take the beer. And then I got written up for it. And I forget what the point of the story was. I think it was that these people then came to me and said, guess what?
We're not coming back anymore.
Ever. And guess who never came back ever again?
Those people.
Yeah. And then about the time I quit, I was like, hey, Marcus, wouldn't it be great to have another $1,500 a month?
And Steve was proven right in the
Just
long
that
run.
one time. Just that one time. So anyway, you're absolutely correct. The Taco Bell thing is correct.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Take care of your people.
I'm not naming her. She is a neo-Nazi. I just saw her not long ago, and she was really into JD Vance. So next
I am
up,
0% shocked. She was.
We're gonna talk this bar.
Tough.
It's actually more like a dump. There's this dump in Eagle that has some taps,
Ugh.
and it's offered free beer to anybody who turns people into ice. So what do you think about this? And why does the owner of this place? Let's start there. What do you think about this?
So I think that the point when there are problems in the United States, right? Things are tough. Prices are high. Housing is incredibly inexpensive. Healthcare is unfathomably expensive. Groceries are more expensive. And sometimes it gets really, really easy to point at a singular group of people and point out that this
sometimes we mean like every 20 years.
Yeah, and point out that it's not anybody's fault, particularly not the fault of the people that are stacking hundreds of millions of dollars to billions of dollars to hundreds of billions of dollars at the expense of everyday hardworking people, and say no, it's not the people that are getting incredibly wealthy off of everything that are causing the problems. It is these people who don't take hundreds of billions of dollars out of the economy and come to work every day and
just nice people.
Just regular, down-to-earth people that are doing their best to get by
Why does
in what's a
the
tough
owner of
situation.
this particular bar keep trying to embarrass the rest of the good people of Idaho?
You know, I mean, and it's again, we talked about this earlier, that it's people that moved here from another state who aren't native to here, trying to co-opt the discussion about what the state of Idaho is, in the city of Boise, and the Treasure Valley. That's like a spectacularly wonderful group of weirdos and pretty cool people. And you know, I think about this particular gentleman threw an event over the summer that had an attendance of, I think, 13 people.
His hetero event.
Yeah, I mean, legitimately,
his straight guy pride event
that had paying customers 20, 30 people.
I think 15 of them were gay dudes that went to go make fun of him.
Go give him shit. And it was national news.
All you guys.
All over.
We're gonna
like
move on.
It was everywhere. And
I can tell you're uncomfortable. And I love it when you're uncomfortable.
No,
it's so great.
It sucks. I hate that we have to take this person who
he's in my town.
He is in your town.
I hate this guy.
And he doesn't
hate his bar. His bar sucks. Look, I'll say it. You don't have to say it. You work at Sockeye. It doesn't matter. I'll say it. That bar sucks. It sucks because every time you go in there, it's not a bar. It's a weird place where a bunch of, I guess, straight white guys go in there and do poetry and hug each other. It's a very weird place.
They're doing poetry in there?
Here's the fucking thing that drives me nuts about this place. They always have great stuff on tap. Every time.
I've heard their tap list is really good.
Fucking amazing.
It's unbelievable. Let me list you a couple of places that I think are awesome that have great tap lists in town that are not this place.
Okay.
Because that are run by cool people.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love Dusty Rose Reserve.
Yep.
That's close to my house. Those people are nice and they have a great tap list.
Now that used to be Growler Guys.
It used to be Growler Guys. And those people are super cool.
You say this is 14%?
14 and a half. Ooh. Yeah. And I love Copenhagen Growlers. They have a great tap list as well.
You see Bradford there?
Bradford works at Sockeye now, dude.
Wait, is he here?
He is here tonight at the weekend. He was
Bradford's
there.
here?
Bradford is here. We could go see Bradford.
Because he was at the other place.
Yeah. No, we brought him over.
Right,
there's a lot of edge going on over here.
Bradford. We're gonna go see.
Bradford is one of my favorite people.
We should get him up here. Oh God, yeah.
Dude,
him and his whole family.
North Dakota proper. They are tall, Viking, handsome people. I love the Wingers on Eagle Road. Always have spectacular beers in.
The Wingers in Nampa
also have spectacular beers in, and generally has a couple of Sockeye beers in.
All right.
And
I see what you're doing. I don't like
those
it.
people
I don't like it.
are wonderful.
What do you mean by those people?
I think you should not give dollars to organizations that are trying to take away the rights of everybody.
I got other stuff here. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Idaho Brewers this year, and you're an Idaho brewer, as far as I know.
Yep. We are not IBU. We're not IBU members.
You're not?
We're not. No.
What happened?
Sockeye has not been IBU members for a long time.
Ever?
I don't know if ever.
All right. You're not really here to talk on behalf of Sockeye anyway. That would be Josh King's job.
That is a Josh.
He's not here because he's afraid to be on my show.
Josh doesn't like to talk to people.
No, he does. He likes to talk to me. I've been his friend for over a decade.
He is a spectacular
He does like
guy.
to talk to me. He's in my book. Look, I just
Great
saw
book.
the book this weekend, and I know he's in there. I saw his little picture of babyface Josh back 10 years ago. And I love him, but he won't talk to me on He's a coward. I mean, I don't like to say things about people that aren't here, but coward.
Josh is going to kick your ass. You know that, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm more scared of Janice than I am Josh. Actually,
Janice is so cool.
She's the best. Everyone here is the best, but no one will talk to me except for you. We got Bryan here, which is great. So since I have Bryan here, here's what I'm going to say. Idaho Brewers got skunked at GABF. What the hell?
Beer competitions have been crazy recently. Have you looked at the results on stuff at beer competitions recently?
There's less breweries than ever.
There is, but the largest percentage of growth in beer competitions is international. So you're starting to see breweries from Japan and China and that are winning tons of awards at these competitions, which is really cool. There's a ton of them.
He is 110% calibrated. I love this. Go ahead.
Brian, you got to be ready. Brian comes quick.
Ew.
But so there's been this huge growth in the international market, which is a thing that always happens. Like
Do you know that when we were at Edge, we sent beer to Japan?
We sent beer to Japan. We were big in Japan. One time,
22 ounces big.
Torres sent so much amber to Canada that I can't believe that if it went to the Calgary Stampede, it had to have caused at least one actual stampede. It was a shocking number of 22-ounce amber bottles, like you wouldn't have believed. We did send beer to Japan. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
But yeah, so the growth in international brewing has been really interesting, and seeing a ton of and really weird investment from foreign breweries. Sapporo Brewing owns a ton of international breweries all over the world. South African Brewing bought everything. Yeah.
What the hell?
What the hell? The other thing is, and as the Sockeye rule, and Sockeye has never brewed beer specifically for a competition.
Does
right?
anyone do that?
Yeah. Oh, tons of people do. Most
Really?
people do. Yeah, absolutely. Do small batch, simple, heavy. Basically, Sockeye's rule has always been: we send to competition what is peak when the competition orders are going in.
Oh, you mean like they brew, like if they brewed something in the spring, then they brew it again for GABF?
They'll do that, or they'll dry hop extra for the competition. They will take very specific.
This is very demoralizing. I did not realize.
Oh,
this
yeah,
was happening.
absolutely. I mean, there's so much money. I mean, I remember you telling me the story at one of your previous employers that when you won a JBF medal, that you specifically had to go put tiny little medals on all of the bottles in all of the liquor stores in the state of Utah. And now your hands are so sore from that you can barely make a fist anymore, let alone the other things your hands would do.
It all hurts.
It all hurts, man. It's all pain from top to bottom. Yeah. It's such a dopamine junkie. That used to mean people that jumped out of airplanes. Now it's gross.
Yeah,
Can't believe you did that.
They've made it
You
gross.
turned something beautiful into something disgusting.
It wasn't me. So beer
internet
sales,
did.
beer sales are down.
Beer sales are down.
So that means a lot of our friends that grow and sell hops are having a hard time as well.
They are.
Can we come up with some ideas to help them out during this downtime?
We love our hop producers, man.
What else can hops go in?
What else?
Soap comes to mind.
Well, soap is always a fun. I mean, it's essential oils are essential oils, right? Like that's. We want to act like there's this like specifically like je ne sais quoi entirety of a plant, right?
Yeah,
There's this thing that
I
it
do
was.
not know.
To be fair, je ne sais quoi kind of doesn't. It just means it just kind of means like a thing. Yeah, yeah. It's just this thing. Yeah, and so there's this like. We're like, oh no, it's like whole plant, and you have to have this blah blah blah. But it's like it's just a compound, right? Essential oils are just a compound, and they're a compound whether they're in pharmaceuticals, whether they're in naturopathic stuff, whether they're in candles, whether they're in lotions and potions, and all of these things. In addition to like hops are an incredible antimicrobial plant. Like they're really a wonderful, such an interesting animal. Like. Sorry, they're a plant, not an animal.
No, you said animal.
I didn't mean to fuck up your. I didn't mean to fuck up your kingdom.
Elaborate on that. What type of animal would you say they are?
If I had to say
mollusk?
a monkey, or a pseudopod, I love a pseudopod. Now, or a pinniped. Oh wait, hold on. Can we have? We're gonna have a sidebar right here.
Ooh, sidebar.
Now, so Marie Gluesenkamp Perez.
Everyone knows her.
Congressman from your great state of Washington.
Oh. Okay.
Who is
probably not from
currently going on the warpath against the pinniped, dude. She's going hard because
we're 125%
seals
calibrated.
Are eating all the fish, right?
They sure are.
They're eating all the sockeye salmon,
not just
all right?
that, but
and as
the
a guy
pop star seal.
As a guy that this is near and dear to, who works for a company who really cares about the salmon.
Right, sockeye.
Right, yeah, no. And MGP is going hard trying to protect the salmon from seals, dude. Marie Gluesenkamp Perez, yeah.
She's going hard.
She's going hard, dude.
Does she have a lobby?
She is trying to legalize
How
hunting
do you do that? Okay.
harbor seals, dude.
Yeah, there's one. Shoot it.
We're gonna
harbor seals are not hard to hunt.
We're gonna literally
That's half a day.
She had a post, you know, when they testify in Congress, they have like the poster behind them so they can gesture to it.
Yeah, sea lions. We're gonna go after those guys.
It had a seal, a sea lion. I don't know. It was a fucking huge.
They're all fucking huge, and they're all fucking still.
And a Toyota Corolla,
Sure.
because apparently they're roughly the same size.
Well, a Corolla's that's a small vehicle.
And if a Toyota Corolla was eating the Sockeye salmon,
it's an economy size.
So I gotta say, shout out MGP,
Right. I'm sure she's
going
listening.
hard to protect the Sockeye salmon. All right.
Thank
So the
God we got
Washingtonians,
there.
yeah.
Someone had to say it.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna do it.
All right. I'm gonna skip the last 2 questions because I just can't anymore. That was a good segment.
Did I side eye him?
No, you did great. We're gonna be right back with Bryan. We're gonna talk all about his favorite topic, Bryan. Right after this.
Was it Torres? Heavy
No,
metal?
we're gonna talk about Torres too. Right after this. Pardon our dusts. Treasure Valley Chevron at Highway 55 and Beacon Light is expanding to offer you more on-the-go goodies, beer, wine, cider, coffee, soda, everything you need for all of your adventures, big and small. Treasure Valley Chevron already has the best assortment of chips, dips, sandwiches, jerky, hot sauce, tallows, and more. And now we're able to offer you, that's right, more ready-to-go meals, more coffee, more soda, more beer, more wine, more ready-to-drink cocktails, just more. Get to Treasure Valley Chevron today and see what you have been missing. Highway 55 in Beacon Light or I-84 and Gowan Road. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast. I'm Steve Coots. That's Bryan Garcia-Brown. He is here from Sockeye Brewing Company. You are a brewer?
I'm a brewer, yeah. Ish. I'm a brewer.
How long have you been here?
I've been almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
So, you got hired here by our good friend, Josh King.
Dude, King. He's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah.
I adore Josh.
Yeah.
He will not come on this show.
One of the coolest guys.
I tried to get him on the show last time. He threw Tyson Carden at me. And Tyson left in tears.
Yeah.
And then
dude, you came
left
in
the
so
company.
hard. You were like the Edward R. Murrow of our generation, and just turned Tyson into a puddle of goo.
I'm not going to run away from that.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
You know what? I listened to that podcast and I got called sweet on it, and it totally made my whole week. So.
You are sweet.
Thank you.
I'll say it again. You're a sweetheart. I did tell Josh I was when he hired you. I said, "All right, you got Bryan."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, I got Bryan." I was like, you got to keep him focused.
Just keep him focused, dude. You got to point him in the right direction, dude. Do not put 2 barrel-aged beers in him and then start asking him questions.
That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna take a left turn.
It's gonna take a left turn.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing I said to him that I wouldn't say to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's
the way I've always been.
Yeah. So
Because I respect people. I respect you. I respect people I worked with.
I once got told by a nun to go fuck myself. So like any minor criticism from you is gonna be pale in comparison to that.
Okay, my criticism is not minor. First of all, it's like pretty rough.
It's pretty rough. Yeah. He did put his glasses on before he said that, and it was threatening. So.
Well, we have to remember where you were.
Where I was.
Where you were when I found you.
Just a fresh-faced, young, chubby boy.
Well, here's the thing. Tell us about how you got started brewing beer.
So I grew up in the beer desert of Cedar City, Utah. I didn't grow up there.
It's the city of festivals.
City is the festival city. So I said that. I grew up in Idaho Falls. I went to college in Southern Utah University.
Sue.
SUU. Yep. Go T-Birds. I was they're on a cheerleading scholarship. Yep. And quite enjoyed. Cedar City is a really, really cool city. If you've never been,
it's a city of festivals.
It's the festival city. They
There's
do so
fried
many.
Chicken.
There's
a Del Taco.
There is a Del Taco. There is two truck stops, and I worked at one of them through most of college. That was
you did. When did you work there?
Graveyards. Yeah, I was a night boy. It turns out if you're the only truck stop at an exit at the middle of nowhere, Cedar City, Utah. Right off the freeway, generally there is few enough people coming in that you can kind of read your dorky book or you can like play World of Warcraft.
I would say Cedar City is right outside of nowhere. Like there's nowhere.
It's so.
And then Cedar City's right outside there.
So it's one of those, and I'm sure you've seen any number of these horrible exposés about the wilderness group homes for troubled boys, troubled teens,
the ones that run away from Washington County.
Yes, those. So those are usually in Cedar City because it's so far away from anything. There's nowhere to go.
Literally 120 miles away from
Las
St.
Vegas.
George,
Yeah,
right?
well, it's 45 miles from St. George.
It's 45.
Yeah,
okay.
but it's 120 miles from Vegas.
From Vegas.
And So it's like this beautiful town in the mountains in way southern Utah.
Okay, first of all, two beautifuls,
dude.
No.
Dude, you've got it's so
No.
cool, dude. You've got Red Rocks.
Half a beautiful. It's a butte town. In southern Utah.
No, it's wonderful. You'll love it, dude. It's 20 minutes from Zion National Park. It's
okay. Zion National Park, beautiful.
Okay, so we're saying beautiful adjacent. Can we call it that?
I mean, the Blue Mountains are right there.
It's really nice, but it is.
I don't like that. Really,
the middle of fucking nowhere.
All right, that's closer to the truth.
And
it's Festival City.
It's Festival City.
I mean,
they have a great Shakespeare theater there. It's really cool.
I've heard.
And when I was there, we had the worst football team in the nation.
And you were a cheerleader.
I was a cheerleader. Yes. No.
And you were there being paid to be a cheerleader.
Being paid to be a cheerleader.
For a terrible football team.
Apparently the struggle was there wasn't enough spirit.
Was Clint there?
Because he was not. Clint was an Oregon State cheerleader, believe it or not.
I believe it.
So
he's like a toy,
dude. He's such a toy guy.
I can't wait to talk about Clint.
We can have a Clint moment later. It'll be wonderful. We'll do it in conversing about my wife later. Not in a bad way.
We'll see if Trisha makes it.
But so one day I'm working graveyards at the truck stop in Cedar City, Utah. And Parade Magazine, which is, I know that the Zoomers don't know what newspapers are. Back in the day, they would bring you this series of pages of the news that was going on. And inside of that, there was this magazine that was full of nonsense. It was puzzles, an article by the smartest woman in the world, and articles about like fashion in a town that nobody knew. We had a Walmart, but we didn't have a mall.
Yep.
And in that Parade magazine, there was an article for a thing they called Casa Brewski, right? The Casablanca International Beer Tasting Festival in Mesquite, Nevada, which was
Casablanca?
At the Casablanca, poolside at the Casablanca the first week of June.
I love that pool.
The best beer fest I've ever been to. It was $25, and it was all you could drink.
Outside.
It was all you could eat.
Love it. Oh,
they
wow.
gave you
they had food?
They had food. They gave you $25 to gamble.
What?
They gave you $25 to the buffet.
Wait, how much was it?
$25.
It was $25
Yeah.
and you already made that money back in the buffet.
Immediately, right? And then it was $25 for golf, but none of us had enough money to go golf, right?
Golf, yeah.
So we did that my favorite college shithead move, where you pay for one person to use a hotel room and then you sneak 8 people in
12 or 15
and sleep on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Or outside the hotel on the walkway.
Yeah.
And we went down to the Casa Brewski International Beer Tasting Festival and just got absolutely tuned up, like total amateurs, right?
Yeah.
Because we live in Utah, and at that time you can't have beer over 4% alcohol.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. You can go buy it at the liquor store and then cool it down.
One bottle at a time. And you could get like a single bottle of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale for like $1.89 at the time, right?
Yeah,
and it's on a shelf there. Yeah, there are
actually it's worse now. It's like $2.15 or $2.50.
There are no
a bottle.
coolers. There are no. So you're buying warm 6-month-old Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yep.
So we go down to this beer tasting festival, and unfortunately, they were doing it to raise money for domestic violence, and I don't know that they solved a lot of it at the time. But they did donate the money, which was cool. And I tried a beer while I was down there.
You can only do what you can do.
I'm not the boss of it.
You're not like Superman.
No, I'm just some guy.
Yeah, you're just a guy.
I'm just some asshole. And so SUU, baby.
Scholarship.
And I was a guy that had a sideways faux hawk that had a bleach blonde stripe in it. Yeah, no, I was a real asshole, dude. I was wearing a cutoff T-shirt that was just Stevie Ray Vaughan's fingers on his guitar, just to give you a little poetry.
No, it's good.
And,
move it along.
So we drink Chimay Red at one of the tables, and it blew my fucking mind, dude. I've never had anything like it.
Chimay.
Chimay.
It's Chimay.
Thank you, Steve, for correcting me. We all love a pedant.
Just be right.
And that is the easiest way. And it totally changed my life. And I was like, this is wild. Like I've never had anything like this.
Red's pretty good.
It's just to this day, one of my favorite beers. It's probably my favorite style of beer. I love Belgian Double.
Me too.
And I was like, holy shit! Like there can be something like this that's beer, right?
Yeah.
And all we've drank is Natty Light and Miller Light and Bud Light and Coors Light and
a lot of light beers.
Lot of light beers, dude. We had
some High Life.
Started branching into. I've only started getting into High Life recently. We talked about this earlier. there. And we recently started branching into like the Henry Weinhard's Hefeweizen and the Special Reserve, neither of which are very good beers,
or still around.
But you could get them and they were 4%. So then I was like, holy shit, there's this whole thing here, right? And so that year for my birthday, my then girlfriend, now wife, bought me a homebrew kit.
Oh,
and I
Mr. Beer?
No, it was not. It was from the Beer Nut.
It was like
from our friend Jamie at the Beer Nut in Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Oh, and Mark. Shout out to Mark and Jamie and everyone.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie,
a couple of my favorite people.
Yeah. So you got a real life buckets. You got a couple of buckets.
I got.
You got a
shitty
hydrometer.
Yeah, I got a hydrometer, a shitty tin canning pot.
Yep.
And I made like 3 of the worst amber ales you've ever tasted, and I was fucking hooked from then on, dude. Like it was
like most of them aren't that good.
What I discovered was I could do this, and I could call my friends and be like, "Hey, dudes, I made a bunch of beers. Everybody come over," and everybody would just show up at the house and drink all the free beer that I made.
I mean, like
which
two,
was so
two cases, right?
They knew that I was good, or it was free.
Yeah.
So that's what got me into it, and I brewed pretty aggressively for years down there, and then when we moved up to Idaho. Wife got a gig up here. Shout out Trish, you rock. And so we moved up here, and so I was homebrewing up here.
She does something where she helps people, right?
She does. She's a social worker. She is. She helps people.
That's fine.
She's a wonderful person.
Trish,
and
we love you, but
we love you.
We're moving on.
Moving
on.
on.
This is a podcast about
drinks, partying.
It's not about helping people.
So I was up here and I was homebrewing and going harder and harder and harder into it, and I was working at an office job that was soul sucking and made me hate everything. So one day I'm sitting at work and I am listening to the album Smash by The Offspring, which was
obviously
a seminal. If you were a kid that grew up in the late 90s,
18 years after it came out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so, but here's the thing. So at this point, I'm chubby, and I'm sitting in a Herman Mailer chair.
Wait, what?
Chubbier.
Because right now you're kind of an Adonis.
Getting svelte.
You're, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, I'm 6'2". I'm 5'8".
100 and...
100 and 110.
65?
Yeah. So it's 100 and 120 ish.
All right,
if I had to call myself something, but this was like office fat, which is not a good. I was not feeling good about myself.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to Offspring Smash, and I'm air drumming.
Gotta keep them
separated.
separated.
While I'm doing, Well, and I was doing spreadsheets, that's the whole thing about spreadsheets is you keep the things separated, right? Like one hand washes the other, and I have this Patton Oswalt moment of like I'm going to go drive into oncoming traffic if I have to keep looking at spreadsheets for the next 25 years. Like I can't fucking do this. No, I fucking hate this. Right. Huh? And so I was driving home and I called my wife and I was like, I fucking hate this. I have to quit. And I want to brew beer. And our owner and managing partner of the company I was working at the time was Nick Mitchell.
Oh,
who was an original investor in Edge,
the Rainmaker.
Yeah, the Rainmaker. And he had invited me to hang out and brew beer. And so I had a bit of a working relationship with Kerry at that point. Obviously, is incredibly amateur. And this was about the time that Kerry was injured really badly. Kettle boil over. The industry we work in is dangerous, right?
We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what happened.
Everybody knows the story. It was tough. Carrie was injured while she was in recovery. She asked Marcus to bring me in, and I had asked to be brought in to help out.
Oh,
and
I did not know that.
Yeah, so Marcus and I stumbled our way through trying to brew beer on a system that neither of us knew how to use or were qualified to use.
I would really talk more about that, but I'm not going to. Go ahead.
And made some okay stuff. Made some terrible beers.
No.
And
what do you mean? A lot of it tasted like Tutti Frutti.
There was a lot of Tutti.
Whatever, mint-based vape product was happening. So, so you got in that way.
Got in that way.
Carrie got hurt. The boil over happened, and
Yep. Yep.
And so we brought you in basically after Marcus started brewing.
Yes.
And then he sort of taught you how to brew on the big system.
A little bit.
Right?
And then shortly after that, Carrie came back.
I don't think it was shortly.
It was a couple of months.
Yeah.
It was like 3 months after, yeah. And then...
At least to me, it felt like infinity.
Felt like a really, really long time.
Infinity months.
And then Carrie came back, and she took
So a lot of people
took
don't
about
know
a
this
year.
is when your brewer gets injured on the job, and you only have one brewer. The people that buy your beer do not stop buying
Buying the beer, yeah.
So that was just my where I came from. It seemed like infinity time.
Yep.
So you started brewing with Marcus.
With
you
Marcus.
were learning on the job.
Moderately
all this
successful,
stuff.
we'll call it. And then Kerry came back, and I worked under Kerry for about a
Fine.
year. It was pretty bad.
We'll call it that.
Probably the worst beers I've ever
fine.
made.
That's fine.
Was going on
That's
at that
fine.
point.
Well,
and-
my question is,
yeah.
what would you say is the biggest difference between your thoughts on like good beer when you started compared to now that you're like a seasoned like professional brewer working at Sockeye?
Well, at the time, everything was trying to make the best beer at all times. When I first started, I was like, I'm going to find the perfect ingredients to make the perfect beer, and I'm going to balance them, and and it turns out what you end up doing is chasing your tail a lot. And I think the more mature way to look at beer and brewing in particular, one of my favorite lessons of all time, Tim Spanbauer, who works with me here at Sockeye.
Is he here?
He's not. He's at home. But one of the wonderful dude.
Would like to have him on too.
Spectacular brewer. I mean, the guy's got the greatest voice in beer of all time.
That's true. And chili.
And chili. God, his chili's good. Just he is a guy who views beer as a totality, right? Like that everything is this. He's got final product in mind from day one, and everything is a series of steps to get to that final product.
Interesting.
And doing so in the simplest and cleanest way that you can do that. And always nails it. So did you ever try Saison à Poivre? His so that was his he made a beer that was an homage to Steak à Poivre, that was a Chardonnay rye whiskey barrel aged Saison with pink, green, and white peppercorns.
Yeah.
Or black, green, and pink peppercorns. Yes. Black, green.
I think black, green, and red. Black, green, what'd you say?
Pink, I think. Pink, yes.
Oh, yeah, pink.
And it was and one of my first days at Sockeye was the day I heard him describe what that beer was going to be, and then final product like a year later was exactly how he described it. To the honey character, to the rye character, to the spice character, to the pepper character, and it was like such a cool and interesting, and it was. It's designed from final product.
So do you think like these beers? So one of the things that's kind of happened recently is that some of these beers have kind of gotten lost, and like we're drinking one right now. It's called Swizz. I guess. So and then this one from Tim you're talking about.
So this is my beer.
Called?
That was called Saison à Poivre.
We're not going to talk about you. We're talking about Tim.
Saison à Poivre.
Okay, so I think a lot of people don't understand that these kind of things are coming from you guys here at Sockeye.
Yeah.
You guys are doing this shit all the time.
All the
right?
time. I think we had 20-something different barrel-aged beers out last year.
And because you have the Chronicles,
Yep.
which is
our membership, our quarterly membership program, which
So
if
people
you
think
haven't
that-
checked it out, please do check out. Pretty awesome.
we will give a plug to Chronicles.
I know.
So, but people don't understand that you guys are still like plugging away and making these kind of beers.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
And you have a guy like Tim Spanbauer who's making these things.
Yeah.
And he's thinking months and months and years
Yeah.
ahead. And it's incredible to me
Yeah.
that's happening. And people don't kind of understand. I don't think people understand that it's happening.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
It's if you haven't been to Sockeye recently, you haven't been to Sockeye. Like it's always different all the time.
Yeah.
Has been since its inception. Like
All right.
it's always been experimental. It's always been cool. I think in the last couple of years, obviously as the ones I've spent here, which is the ones I know the most about, there's certainly been
He's a sweet guy.
there's so much innovation and so much seeing
Well, not just that, but brain power.
Oh,
There's brain power.
When you're talking, I've been in the industry a decade, and I'm the fucking
God,
new
really?
guy. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, I'm the fucking new guy by almost 10 years.
What would you say we're up like 2 or 3 stories?
Just two.
Do you think Do you think it would do the job?
I don't
or
think it would.
Probably just break. A
I don't
leg
think
or
it would.
something.
Yeah, not even a fun one.
Damn.
You'd have to aim head first, and that
So
shit sucks.
you and I met at Edge Brewing.
Edge Brewing Company.
Yeah, about a decade ago. We met when you were still an investor, right?
Yes. Yep. I was originally an investor. Yeah.
So I was a sales guy.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you? Now we're going to talk about a topic that I really love.
Oh, having some real coons hours right now.
I don't know about hours. Well, it depends on your answer. Yeah. What would you say was the biggest difference between knowing me as the sales guy of the brewery that you invested in,
Yep.
which was probably awesome for you because I was
good.
really
You were so good.
kicking
Yeah,
ass,
you rocked. Yeah.
Versus the sales director that you had to work with at Edge.
So it is.
I have told stories on this podcast, by the way.
It is. It
So
is always.
feel free.
So I tell people all the time, I'm an easy keeled guy, right? Even keeled guy. Like I'm easygoing, right?
You are easygoing.
I am.
I don't know about all that boat stuff that you tried to force in there, but you're easygoing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about
I had a
easy
keel. Yeah,
I don't think easy keel's a thing.
Peaceful, easy feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a Beach Boys song.
Yeah, I'm a Beach Boys song. Was that Beach Boys?
No.
I fucking hate the Beach Boys.
No, it's not.
It sounds like the Doobie Brothers or
Eagles,
something.
It's Eagles.
Oh, I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Fucking hate the Eagles, man.
And but I as a general rule really fucking freak out like once a year, right? Mm-hmm. And
Sure.
there was a day where one of our big struggles early on at Edge was we didn't have enough cooperage, right? We just didn't have enough kegs. Mm-hmm. And we had brewed this new beer that was going to be Edge IPA, and all of our bright tanks were full, and all of our kegs were full, except for like 6 kegs.
So if you're keeping score at home, we have nowhere to put beer.
We have nowhere to fucking put beer, right? And this beer is done. It's ready to go. Steve wants it to go to market, right?
And what would you say was in all the bright tanks and all the kegs?
Oh, we had so much. There was just stuff, man. We had so much stuff. We had pale ale and we
Would
had
you say
amber.
it was stuff that would make me happy or stuff that would make me sad as the sales director?
Well, because here's the thing: as a sales guy, all you want is the hot new garbage, right?
All
Like
right.
you want,
Tell your story.
you
Tell your
want,
story.
you
Tell your
want,
story.
you don't want your wife, right? You want the pretty new maid, right? So the pretty new maid's in a fermenter, and all of Steve's wives are in a bright tank, and all of the kegs are full of Steve's wives, and he's ready to get rid of all of.
I'd appreciate a different metaphor.
Sorry. So Steve's fancy new Mustang is
Whatever, just
ready to get in his garage.
Okay, what was happening?
And,
Just
so
tell
yeah,
the
so there's nowhere to
story.
put the fucking beer, right?
Yeah.
And so Steve comes in, he's like, "Hey man, we really need
Forgot about this.
that IPA." And I was like, "Yeah, man, me too. Nothing I can do about it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, all right, no.
At this point, were you the head brewer?
Maybe, but just barely.
Yeah.
Just barely. I think Kerry had just barely recently left to.
I think I was
head over there.
I was still kind of working you in.
And so Steve leaves the room for like half an hour, and he comes back in, and he was like, "All right, dude, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these like 8 empty kegs that we have because we have no kegs. We literally had no cooperage, and we're gonna take this tank that only has like 4 barrels in it, and you're gonna keg that tank off, and then you're gonna move this bright tank into that bright tank, and that'll leave us an empty bright tank that you can then clean and then transfer this new IPA into that I want to get into the market." Mm-hmm. Later this week. And I was like, "Well, Steve,
Perfectly reasonable.
perfectly
by the
reasonable
way.
thing, yeah. If you don't count that, like, kegging those kegs off takes, half an hour. Cleaning that tanks takes 2 to 3 hours. Transferring the beer takes 2 to 3
I have a
hours.
little bit of a time-space continuum. thing.
Cleaning that other bright tank would take another 3 to 4 hours. Transferring that beer would take another, hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And at the end of that all,
Yeah.
we still wouldn't have any fucking kegs to put the beer in.
Sure.
So we would be in a situation where instead of having 8 empty kegs and an IPA we needed, we would have 0 empty kegs and an IPA that we needed to get to the market.
I feel like I had like some kegs that were coming back from Stein, maybe.
Theoretically, there was
Anyway.
some theoretical
Okay, go
keg
ahead,
that was
go
going to eventually, and so this thing is that
good one.
you have this person who has grand ideas
Is
and
tall.
and is significantly taller than me, but I do have better hair.
No doubt.
That
doubt.
occasionally I shouldn't
Still.
say better. I shouldn't say better. I should say more.
No,
The hair
better.
is
No.
significantly-
It was better too.
It's pretty bad
No, it's
right
better.
now.
Better
Yeah.
and more. Yeah, better and more. Yeah. My hair was never that good.
And so I had to, in the least polite way possible. And we were working with this dude at the time lovable dude, but kind of a dipshit.
Fuck, what was his
Luke.
name? Luke?
Yeah. And he's
a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. And he is standing over my shoulder as I'm yelling at Steve, trying to explain the situation. and he's being like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, like, you know, when you got your dickhead friend that's trying to get in a fight at the bar.
How would I respond to that? Would you say?
Oh, he legitimately just said, "Huh," and turned and laughed.
That was
like,
me. No, I did that, right?
Yeah. No, you were just like, like, yeah. You're like, well, and turned and dipped, and I was like, well, fuck. I guess that was like the best way you could ever figure that out.
I could do so many more of these. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
Because this is going to be a tough one. Talk about the first day because I've told this story on the pod before, and I think other people want to hear how from your guys' angle. The first day that we canned.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
So
I could do the Amber story too if you want.
Oh, the Amber story is good. No, this is one that was like really. Was it Torres?
Torres was there.
Yeah, so you and me and Torres and Kerry.
No, Kerry was there.
Yeah, and so we're getting ready to can, and at the time we're working with a mobile canning company, right?
I don't think that matters. But
and
okay.
So the thing about working with the
Boys
mobile
River
canners,
Canning, R.I.P.
R.I.P. But the thing about mobile canning is you have to maximize the canning run.
Yeah, we're being charged per hour.
We're being charged per hour, and we get breaks at certain volumes. So we would basically brew.
We had just gotten a bunch of new bright tanks. We had got a new 30-barrel bright tank and 30-barrel tanks.
And we'd brewed all this beer that's going to go into all of these bright tanks, and we're ready to go.
Obligatory.
We had Hopkiss Obligatory and Imperial Red. And we had a 15 of Imperial Red. It was
canning
It was going to be the spring seasonal that year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I forgot about that one.
And so we show up. These beers have been fine. They're fermenting. And we show up and we start to run off
the beers fine?
The very first beer. And they were not fine.
No, they weren't.
They were not fine.
What was wrong with them?
They were infected. And they were infected bad.
I'd say they had some yeast. There was a yeast issue, right?
There was.
Underpitched?
No, it was.
Can't remember what it was.
No, what had ended up happening was we used to harvest into and out of kegs, and for whatever reason, one of the kegs that we harvested into,
and we only used one strain, pretty much, right?
No, we used multiple strains, but all of those beers were on a single strain.
They were San Diego Super.
They were
right?
all San Diego Super,
okay.
Yeah, and I don't know who had washed kegs or what had happened. Whatever reason, the pitch we had harvested went into a keg that wasn't cleaned accurately.
That's what happened.
That was infected. And
did not know
so
that.
Then that keg went into 3 different beers that then got infected.
That were supposed to be canned.
They were supposed to be canned that day. And
So
we started running off, and we pulled the first couple of cans off the line and tested them.
Tested them.
And everybody made a bad face, and we said, "Fuck it, shut it down. It's all gone to shit." And we dumped every single bit of every single one of those beers,
it ended up being an insurance claim, right?
Insurance claim, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, you know, and you're writing off stuff on your taxes just because it's losses, and
that was a rough day.
It was a shit day, and
so that was a shit day for everybody. So what did you guys think? What was your? Because I know how I felt. How did you guys feel? Like, what was your feel?
You know, it's demoralizing. Like, it's absolutely demoralizing. But it's also like, but it sucks, and it's like, you're playing with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
And to be honest, at the end of it, it probably felt good because we did make the right decision. And because I think what happens is sometimes, like, when you're in that situation and you don't have the money for it, you try to buck up and push on product that's not up to par.
Yeah.
And we
weren't going to do that.
We dumped every bit of it.
Yeah,
we
did the right thing.
We did the right thing.
We caught it early and we got rid of it. It was a real rough day.
Yeah, it sucked, but it wasn't. I didn't feel pressured to push product that wasn't good.
Oh,
I didn't feel.
I would say it was the opposite. Because I remember that I said, this all tastes, what is happening with this beer? Because Hopkiss and Obligatory were 2 beers that I knew very well.
Yep.
And I was like, why do these taste
weird?
like this?
Yep.
And you guys had to huddle for a minute and figure it out.
Yep.
You figured it out.
I mean, in the moment, it's not an easy decision to make.
It wasn't a great conversation either, was it?
Oh, yeah, no, it's not a great conversation because it's like, clearly it's one of those that, like, and I've been a firm believer.
And again, I'm very tall.
No,
and I'm very mad.
He's quite tall, and
his
ears are so red.
And right
And
now they're probably pretty red.
and but you hit a situation where you go like, hey, like this is like got to make a tough call, and nobody wants to do it. Like nobody wants to be like, hey, clearly somebody fucked up.
Yeah, Marcus turned like zombie white, as I recall. Yeah.
And it's just it's.
Let's move on.
It's a very human moment.
Let's talk about something easy.
Okay.
In your humble opinion, what happened over there? People love it when I talk about Edge on this podcast. I don't know why. I left and Edge was firmly in the black. So what went down in the 6 or 7 years where I was gone?
It was biggest turns. We opened Edge's second location October of 2019.
10th Street. Cool location.
During the day, it's a cool location.
At night, not so much.
So that was the first, 'cause we were looking at it, and that location has been 10 to 15 different restaurants in the last 10 to 15 years. I mean, it's...
And a bunch of good ones, too.
And a bunch of very good ones.
Willow Creek was right there. It was there before you guys were.
And after, believe it or not.
After?
Yeah, it was Willow Creek again afterwards, and it's not anymore, which is a great restaurant. And so, when we're working on it, we were looking at it during the day, and there's this beautiful coffee shop down the street that's got people on the patio that's really cool. There's a school across the street. There's the pop shop. There's Lemon Tree.
What happened?
After 5 o'clock at night, there is nobody fucking there ever. Yeah. There's people on.
So that expansion was one reason. What else?
Well, it also opened 3 months before COVID hit.
Oh. Now, was this the pandemic?
You may remember there was a couple of
I was in
weird
Utah.
years.
We didn't really deal with it.
You didn't deal with that in Utah?
Yeah, it was like couldn't find toilet paper.
They don't get mad about that in Utah.
8 months I couldn't find toilet paper.
Yeah,
it was only 8.
Buy a bidet. Be an adult.
It was like 12.
Stop buying toilet paper.
It was like 12 months. Oh.
Install a bidet. Yeah.
Today's the day. We are 100.
Today's the day.
We are 125%.
Oh no, I do this.
This is super calibrated.
This is a hill I will die on.
We are really good right now.
So that was tough.
This is like everybody listening right now that's still listening, which I can't believe if you still are. That's great. This is where we want to be. We're there.
Okay. So yeah.
We're at bidet.
Buy a bidet.
Be an adult.
So then
you said be an adult.
Be an adult. Buy a bidet. Yes. So fantastic. I'm telling you, if
more than I could have asked for.
If tomorrow's the day, there will be a before that day, and there will be an after that day.
Oh, there would be like a bidet.
Yeah, bidet. And so then, in addition to having opened this new location, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars getting it put together, the weird little thing happening in 2020, and then
bats.
At that point, we had to.
Was it bats?
Bats. I wish it was bats. Bats are cool as shit.
I want to know what you.
So then we turned into, So then it was like, all right, now we have this location. Shit's weird. Got to figure out how to get it going. And one of the struggles that a lot of breweries run into. And I think this is universal. It was particularly strong for us is that when you open a second location, sometimes you're missing a bit of the culture that comes from the original location. Mm-hmm. You have people that have been there since day one. They know you. They understand the beer. They understand the people. And then you open this new location that is satellite.
New people.
They don't know you. They don't know your beer. Okay. They don't care about your beer. Right. They don't care about your food. They're trying to get a paycheck just like everybody else is. That was tough. Management was.
Oh, you're talking about people who work there.
Yes. Yes. Okay. In addition to customers that don't know us, so then we end up with a situation where we've got management that's split between two locations, which is incredibly hard to do.
Yeah. One guy actually. We're talking.
One guy who's trying to manage two locations, and is spread managing one restaurant location is really, really hard.
Shout out Tony.
Yeah,
Tony's a good dude.
Yeah, T-Night. And we're running, so he's trying to manage two locations. We struggled with employees. We struggled with staffing. Struggled with, trying to understand what works different downtown than works in West Boise.
For sure.
Let alone would it be Meridian or would it be anything else, which I think is pretty normal.
I wanted to move. I wanted to do Meridian. That was my move. My move was to that shopping center that's there on Eagle Road, just north of Chinden. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
I was turned down.
Yeah, you were about 15 years, or you're about 5 years too early on that bad boy too. That shit's
Kind of my MO.
Yeah, it's hot.
So
I remember you trying to make us sell 16-ounce cans.
Oh,
and
what an idiot!
Grocery stores wouldn't even take them at the time.
I tried to do
Wouldn't even
16-ounce
take 'em.
cans, and I tried to do
The 2x12 or the 2x6
well, that
12
thing,
pack.
that was. I mean, I think that's still coming.
Yeah.
And then I also wanted to do the cider, the Huckleberry cider.
Which you know what?
Now it's the biggest.
Fucking nailed it.
Holiday season is here, and what better way to recover after a Black Friday brawl than with a beer? I'll tell you a better way. What if that beer was cheaper? That's the beauty of a Boise Beer Buddies card. One card gives you multiple ways to save money at bars, restaurants, breweries, wineries, homebrew supply stores, and more, all throughout Idaho. Now your solo Beer Buddies card is creating beef with your best drinking buddy? Oh, that can't happen. I have the answer for that as well. Go to BoiseBeerBuddies.com, use my promo code BOOZEPOD at checkout, and get a free card when you purchase yours. That's a red hot BOGO from Boise Beer Buddies and the Idaho Booze Podcast. Promo code BOOZEPOD at BoiseBeerBuddies.com. Be a buddy. Get your Boise Beer Buddies card today. Welcome back to the Idaho Booze Podcast. I'm Steve Kuntz, recording this a little bit after Bryan and I had our session. We're going to go ahead and split this into 2 episodes because we're already about an hour and 14 minutes in and nowhere near done. So it's awesome conversation with Bryan, and we're going to continue it next week right here on the show. Not a whole lot going on else, but we're going to do like a Friday Night Pints, and we have a little outro. It was a lot of fun hanging out with Bryan. Unfortunately, it's just a little too long for one show. So we're just going to break it off into one more show, and we're going to have that out next week for you guys. We have some other fun stuff coming as well. So thanks very much for listening. Thanks to everybody. Thank you so much to Bryan Garcia-Brown, and thanks so much to everybody at Sockeye for having me there last night. It was super fun. We had a great time. I just have to split it into 2 shows. So we'll be right back next week with another show with Bryan. And until then, good day and good drinking, everyone.